Are you constantly comparing yourself with others, leaving you feeling exhausted and never good enough? Well, if that's you, you're going to want to stick around. Today, we're going to help you ditch the self-doubt. Welcome to Time to Win podcast. It's not just a podcast. It's the official personal growth locker room of life, where champions just like you gather to cultivate their courage, create a life-changing game plan of success, and celebrate their wins. I'm RJ Jackson, your personal growth coach and host, and I'm committed to seeing you win. As a professional speaker and growth coach for over 3 decades, I've worked with and inspired thousands to grow their greatness and transform their setbacks into a comeback. And now it's your turn. It's time to win. So if you're ready, grab something to take notes with. We're about to dive in. Let's go. Fight, win. Well, hello, my friend, and welcome to another empowering episode of Time to Win podcast. I'm your host, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver, your mindset coach and speaker for your next event, inspiring you to reset your mindset and face your giants with confidence. In today's episode, we're going to dive deep into the topic of overcoming self-doubt. It's a journey that many of us face, and today we're going to stop running from self-doubt and face our giants with confidence. If you're on that journey right now, listen, let me let you know, it should never be a lonely journey because you're not alone. Matter of fact, we are here to support you every step of the way, both online and offline. We're here to help see you win, my friend. So not only is this episode committed to your success, but we are committed to your success as well. That's why we offer opportunities for you to gather and be a part of a community where people will get underneath you and lift you up and journey with you to the finish line of success. So if you're doing this thing by yourself, let me tell you the truth. You're doing it all wrong. We are created for connection and we need each other to survive. We're going to talk about how to conquer the self-doubt so you won't constantly continue to miss out because you feel you're not good enough. But first, let me let you know that today's episode is brought to you by The Cure for Women at thecureforwomen.com, where you heal, grow, and belong. That's The Cure for Women at thecureforwomen.com. We're going to get started and dive in deep in just a moment, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Are you a professional woman ready to soar to new heights? Unlock your full potential at the Reset Your Mindset Professional Mixer. Join RJ Jackson and the Reset Your Mindset Dream Team on October 21st from 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time at Stone Nutrition in the beautiful city of Glendora, California, for the Reset Your Mindset Professional Mixer for Women. Discover the power of community and amplify your confidence while networking with powerful women from diverse industries. Seats are limited, so reserve your spot now. Don't wait. Embrace a future filled with confidence and success. Register at faceyourgiants.com. That's faceyourgiants.com. Are you ready to tantalize your taste buds and fuel your body with nature's finest? Experience Stone Nutrition, your ultimate healthy hangout nestled in the heart of Glendora, California at 1744 South Grand Avenue. Come hang out with us and sip on delicious nutrient-packed juices, mouth-watering smoothies, and soothing tea. Each sip, each blend, prepared with care to give you that refreshing burst of flavor. Whether you're a health enthusiast or just looking for a delightful treat, Stone Nutrition has something for everyone. So why wait? Bring your friends, family, and yourself. Stone Juice, your healthy hangout awaits. Your body will thank you. Stone Nutrition, where health meets flavor. Come hang out.
Check out our sponsors today, The Cure for Women at thecureforwomen.com and Stone Nutrition, located in the beautiful city of Glendora, California. All right, Let's dive in, my friend. Let's dive in. Self-doubt. Oh my goodness. That nagging voice in your head that questions your worth and your abilities. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. Like I'll fail. Like others are so much better than me. I don't deserve this opportunity. Oh, I don't want to be a bother. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll never be successful, especially as successful as Barbara. I'm not pretty enough or attractive enough. Man, I always make wrong decisions. I never reach my goals. Have you had these next conversations in your head lately? Listen, I could go on and on, probably like you go on and on, running from that nagging negative giant of self-doubt instead of facing it head on. I could go on and on, but not today. Girl, we are going to face this giant with confidence. I'm going to set you up for success by providing you with the weapons to win, starting with the strategies to reset your mindset, to beat down that giant instead of letting it beat you up. Are you ready? Well, if you're ready, let's dive in. But first, get your pen, get your paper, get your iPhone, but most of all, get your heart ready because you are going to want to take notes. You're going to want to write down these practical, relatable, and applicable situations to help you build that unshakable confidence. So let's get started. Now, let me ask you a question. Okay, maybe two. Are you making these mistakes? Ignoring your achievements, seeking external validation, and comparing yourself to others. You know, like, are you constantly measuring your worth against other people and forgetting about your own unique path? Do you downplay your successes and focus on your failures? Or maybe you're seeking constant approval from others to feel worthy and good enough. Does this sound like you? Well, I keep telling you, you're not alone. That's why we're having this conversation. It's so many of us as women who struggle to see our own worth and the value that we bring to other people. We second guess our decisions, so we often find ourselves doubting our choices, and we find ourselves stuck in a rut, stagnant because of self-doubt, feeling frustrated and overwhelmed. Well, girl, girl, it is time to break free and step confidently into who you are, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You're the head, not the tail, girl. You all that in a bag of chips, including the dip. That's you, boo. That's you. So today, I want to help you see yourself the way I see you, and most of all, the way God sees you. So I want to give you those practical, relatable strategies that'll help you win. Because in the words of Theodore Roosevelt, comparison is the thief of joy. And girl, you deserve to live with constant joy. You don't deserve to live under your circumstances or because of your circumstances. Girl, you deserve to live with constant joy, out of purpose, with passion, on purpose. Yes, girl, that's what you deserve. That's how you've been set up. It's time to stop letting yourself down. So let's look at some ways that we as women compare ourselves to others on a consistent, regular, day-to-day, minute-by-minute basis. So I think the number one way that we as women compare ourselves to other people, especially other women, is we compare our appearance and our body image. We compare our physical appearance, our body shape, our size to how someone else looks. We basically do this because of the beauty standards set by the media, right? Like if you're not a size 2, you're too big. Or if your hair isn't silky, it's too nappy. Like, we have to compare ourselves to the woman in the mirror, the beautiful woman that is uniquely made by God. We are all different, and we have to be willing to accept that. But I'm gonna dive in a little bit deeper in just a moment. Let me tell you another way that we as women compare ourselves to others. We look at our achievements and our successes, and we measure our accomplishments and our success against those of our peers and our colleagues or our friends. And when we do this, literally it leads to feeling inadequate. And then we see ourselves as falling short. Like, you ever watch a program on television and they're honoring some persons for what they have accomplished, and then we finish, we're like, oh, that's beautiful, oh my gosh, that's so great. But when we finish watching it, we're like, wow, I'm not doing anything with my life, I need to do better. Well, actually, what's important for you to do is what you've been called to do. You see, okay, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself because this is like near and dear to my heart. Because as women, we shortchange the world because we don't show up, because we're so busy comparing ourselves to others instead of being who we've been created to be. So let me give you one more way that we as women compare ourselves to other people. We compare ourselves to one another. It's in our relationships and our life milestones. Like, we compare our personal lives, our relationships, our family dynamics, the things we've accomplished in life, like marriage, parenthood, home ownership, and all this stuff. All these things we're comparing is doing absolutely nothing for us but causing stress and anxiety because we feel like we're behind someone else. Whew. I'm tired just talking about it. So we gotta be tired of living it. Would you not agree? Like, comparing ourselves is so dangerous. Right? When we compare ourselves, the constant comparing leads to significant blow to our self-worth, to our self-confidence. And when we constantly view ourselves as less successful or attractive than others, man, it eats away. Girl, it totally eats away at our confidence. We set these unrealistic standards that when we compare ourselves, it leads to these expectations that we can't even fathom. We can't even achieve. They don't even exist. And we start striving to meet these unattainable ideals, causing us to be perfect mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. Perfect doesn't exist. Well, not in this world. And then let me tell you this. When we compare ourselves to others, it's so dangerous because it also blocks our personal growth. When we continuously compare ourselves to others, it hinders our development. It distracts our individual goals, our passion, and it puts a roadblock up for our unique journey, preventing us from reaching our full potential. It's time for us to face these giants because they are dangerous. It's crucial for us to recognize the habits of comparison, and we got to work on building self-compassion, self-acceptance, and focusing on personal growth. Let's focus on personal growth from the inside out instead of living life from the outside in. Because when we focus from the inside out, we are guaranteed to win. Because winning is inevitable. So how do we actually face this giant and conquer it and beat it down? I'm glad you asked. First and foremost, we got to stop running from the giant. And so I want to give you some strategies to help you to show you how to turn in your running shoes, for a pair of red high heels. Girl, I love my red high heels, and I want to give you a pair. So let's do this. Let's stop comparing ourselves to others. Instead, let's learn to celebrate your uniqueness. Remember that your journey is entirely your own. So it's important for you to embrace this path and the experiences that shape you into being the person you were created to be. Because everything we go through, get through, is designed to help us be who we were intended to be. It molds our character, it gives us wisdom. And so when we compare ourselves to others and say we want to be them, we're leaving ourselves out of the picture. So recognize that comparing yourself to others only hinders your growth. And as you hear me say often, healthy people grow. The only person you should be trying to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Remember, comparing yourself to others will only diminish your happiness and block your progress and growth. So what else can we do? Here's another solution to comparing yourselves to others. Set personal goals. Instead of comparing your achievements to someone else's, set your goals. Set your own milestones. Focus on self-improvement and measure your success by your progress. When we have goals, we don't even have time to be looking at what other people are doing. Because when we set SMART goals, we're setting goals that will help us move the needle. We're setting goals that will require our full attention and our time. We don't have time to see what other folks are doing. And when we have too much time to see what other folks are doing, that means we are not doing what we've been called to do. Let me say that again for the folks in the back. If you have so much time to look at what other people are doing, listen, boo, you are not being you. You are not answering the call. You are not using your gifts and talents. You are not living life on purpose and living out your passion. If you have time to be looking at other people instead of focusing on you, focus on you, boo. Focus on you. I don't want to overwhelm you with too many strategies. So I want to just give you one more, because I want you at the end of our time together to be able to pick one to say, this is where I'm going to start. It's not about having the information. It's about applying the information for transformation. And you don't have to be the same person today that you were yesterday. Because if you're going to compare, remember, you're going to compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And you want to be able to say, I'm a better person because of what I've experienced. And remember, let your experiences make you better and not bitter. All right, so here's the third strategy that I want to ask you to consider. Here's a third strategy to beat down that giant of self-doubt. You may not like me for this one, but I gotta tell you the truth. I gotta keep it real, girl. Okay, let me just give it to you straight. Get off social media. Like, you don't have to get off totally, but limit your social media times. Man, social media, it often showcases people's highlight reels, creating an unrealistic sense of comparison. Like, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. Or don't compare yourself to someone's highlight reel to your real situations. And it's easy to do that when we're constantly scrolling on our phone, looking at what other people seemingly are doing. Isn't it funny that everything they're doing is like perfect? It's just like always spotless. Like, you ever look at the people who clean houses and they show you their house and it's like always clean except for the one little area, the tiny little spot that they want to show you how to clean? Oh, come on, come on. Okay, come on, people. See beyond what you're seeing. When we see beyond what we're seeing, we see the truth. And the best way to see the truth is watch what you're watching. Limit your time on social platforms because this will reduce the urge to compare yourself. All right. Okay, wait. I know I said I was only going to give you one more, but let me give you one more. This one, let's consider this one a bonus, just because I appreciate you so much in spending this time with me, allowing me to speak life into your life to help you reset your mindset and face your giants with confidence so that you can win. Because no one wants to see you win, my friend, more than me. Like, this is why I show up. I show up, I rise so that you can shine. And I want you to shine bright like a diamond. Like, outshine me, my friend. Outshine me. But in order to do that, here's the bonus, because this is what we want to add to our list. We want to practice self-validation. We want to learn to validate ourselves without relying on other people's approval. It means trusting your judgment and your values and seek validation from within. Learn to validate yourself better than the effort you put into validating your parking ticket. Now, okay, let me explain. Like Flip Wilson said, I can explain. You know, when you go shopping and they say free validation with the purchase of, like, you intentionally park your car in validation and you intentionally go into that store to meet the standards so you can validate that car, right? If it means spending $25, you are going to find a way to spend $25. So why is it when it comes to validating ourselves, we allow the negative Nelly in us to show up and shine versus practicing validating ourselves, reminding ourselves of our worth, doing what it takes, having positive self-talk, doing more of what you're doing now, listening to podcasts, reading personal growth books, attending conferences, connecting with women who are winning. Why is it that when it comes to doing those things to help validate ourselves from the inside out, we come up with excuses? Why is it? Self-doubt. It's the giant of self-doubt. And let me remind you this about excuses. In life, you can have excuses or you can have success. But sister girl, you cannot have both. So we're going to have to choose which one we want. Because if we want success, we have to eliminate our excuses. If we want excuses, then we have definitely eliminated our success. The choice is yours. So choose wisely. Thinking of choosing, what are you going to choose to do to start with first in order to break free from the habit of comparing yourself to others, ignoring your achievements, and seeking external validation? What are you going to do? I've given you 3 solutions. The question is, which one will you start with? Will you celebrate your own uniqueness, set personal goals, or limit your time on social media? Or will you go for the gusto and settle for the win by practicing self-validation? I'd love to know. So reach out to me. What's going to be the first step for you? And whatever it is, commit to it. Write it down. Share it with me. Find an accountability partner to hold you accountable. Listen, whatever you choose, let's go do the thing. And in the words of the real Bernice Taylor, because doing something is better than nothing. Are you feeling me, sis? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you ready to win? Because this is your winning season. I love the quote that says, you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start in order to be great. So let's go, my friend. Let's go. Let's go with clarity. Let's fight with courage. And let's win with confidence. All right. Well, you ready? Let's go. All right. So now that you're ready, remember, you're not alone. We're here for you. Girl, we got your back. Let's go. Let's go do the thing. All right, it's time for my favorite segment here on Time to Win podcast, where we meet in the locker room of life. It's time for Real Talk with RJ. Now, this is a segment where women courageously share their challenges, they ask for my input, and I get to share success solutions with them. So, they have given me permission to share their challenge with you to remind you that you're not alone. So here's our Real Talk with RJ listener letter for today. Hello, RJ. First, let me say I love, love, love your social media posts, your encouraging message you send me weekly, and your podcast. Your voice is so calming. I could listen to it all day, every day. But today I'm reaching out because I'm struggling with self-doubt. I could use some advice. My husband often tells me things that make me doubt myself. It's hard to feel like I add value to others when I'm constantly second guessing my decisions. It's a never ending battle. It's starting to wear me out. I want to regain my confidence and my self worth, but I'm just not sure where to start. How can I overcome these feelings of inadequacy and self doubt? How do I share with my husband the things he's saying is tearing me down instead of building me up? I'm really looking for guidance and support in rebuilding my confidence and rediscovering my value and healing my relationship. Thank you for taking time to listen and offering any help you can provide. Sincerely, we'll call her Constant Joy. All right, Constant Joy. I applaud you for your courage for reaching out and sharing your concerns. It takes immense strength to recognize and acknowledge our vulnerabilities. Now, remember, you're valuable and your voice matters. You have the power to overcome self doubt and find your self worth. In those moments when your husband's words cause you to doubt yourself, remember, you're not defined by someone else's opinion. This is the time to remember that you are unique, you are strong, and you are capable. In terms of helping your husband see how his words are hurting you and not helping you, I do want to suggest that you consider therapy together, counseling, or coaching together. I suggest that you speak to your husband at a time that's convenient for both of you, not at a time where he's tired or overwhelmed, but perhaps in that moment when he says something to you, you can use what we call the XYZ method of sharing with someone how what they're doing is affecting you. So instead of saying you to your husband, which leads to blaming, you start with X, which represents when a certain situation occurs. You move to Y, which represents what effect it has on you. And then you end with Z that talks about your feelings. So let me give you an example of XYZ using the example you've provided for us today when your husband says something negative to you and how it makes you feel. So it sounds like this. Honey, when you tell me that I always mess up, why? Then it causes me not to want to try again. Z. And I feel inadequate. So when you X, then here's what happens, Y, and I feel Z. Notice that we never blamed your husband for anything. We only stated the facts. When you, then here's how it affects me, and here's how I feel. So I recommend that you practice it first before you speak it. You want to include all three components. Here's what happens when, here's how it affects me, and here's how I feel, and you want to present it at the right time. So I want to suggest you try that. And I also want you to remember who you are. And sometimes we don't know who we are because we have been beat up by life and we've adopted other people's opinions of us, and it has become our self-worth. And today is time to give back. Today is time to give it back. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And today is a great day to take back consent. And sometimes we need assistance with doing that. We need additional support, whether that's through therapy or coaching or counseling. We can't do it alone. So if you're not already connected, have a mentor, a coach, or in therapy, I want to recommend you consider it. This will help build up your confidence and show you how to set boundaries in your relationship. It will also, on your journey towards this unshakable confidence, you'll be able to discover self-love and self-worth. So thank you for trusting me with your story and your journey. And let me remind you, as we remind everyone, you're not alone. And we're here with you every step of the way. Well, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to remind you that we're here to support you on your journey as well. Feel free to share your questions and concerns and challenges with us by emailing us at timetowinpodcast@gmail.com. That's timetowinpodcast@gmail.com. Remember, today's a great day to face your giants with confidence because winning is your birthright. It's inevitable. And this is your winning season. So until next time, keep shining and shine bright like a diamond. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life, here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.